Hi everybody, my name is Dr. Syed Abdul Manan. I'm an applied linguist. I teach at BUTMS. My area of research is applied linguistics, and particularly within applied linguistics, I work on language policy and planning. Some people also call it educational linguistics. Now coming to my research findings. My research findings suggest that we as a nation have not been able to carve out a definite policy about how to, which language to teach at what stage and how to teach. In addition, another problem that we as a nation face is both at the government as well as at the public level. At the government level, linguistic and cultural diversity is viewed as a problem, and it is also seen as a source of disintegration and disunity of the country. On the other hand, at the public level, I find that most of the stakeholders view their own languages. By own languages, I mean the indigenous languages or first languages as educational and socio-economic deficits. Rather than taking pride in their linguistic resources, they view their languages as sources of deficits, which I term as culture shame and guilty multilingualism. Uh, Another issue is that of folk theorization. We tend to theorize language and education policies, particularly the medium of instruction policies. This folk theorization refers to a kind of belief system where we, without using existing research and theoretical knowledge as a guide, we formulate our own theories and jump to our own conclusions based on our desires and ambitions. And these ambitions normally echo and transpire in the form of beliefs such as the English medium, the better, the younger the child, the better the prospects for English language learning, so on and so forth. But I find that most of these beliefs, which I call as folk theorization, they actually enjoy very little empirical grounding and little theoretical support. In one of my papers, I have termed it as English medium fever. Now, which I believe is very dangerous. On the other hand, research in multilingual education confirm numerous benefits of early education in a child's first language or a mother tongue or a native language, and advocates of additive or multilingual education, they regard child's first language as one of the best pedagogical resources. Now, let me also clarify that by advocating the cause of indigenous languages, I don't actually speak about English or any other language. Rather, what I'm trying to do is to highlight the theoretical fallacies and misunderstandings we have about English language and our indigenous languages. I would emphasize that English should be taught and it must be learned by everyone. However, English can best be taught additively. By additive teaching, I mean that we could use our own linguistic resources, our indigenous languages, as mediating tools, right? So this would help both educationally and eco-linguistically. Now, over-emphasis on exclusive use of English is very dangerous because it leads to marginalizing and displacing our indigenous languages. Therefore, I emphasize that we need to change social attitudes, which are extremely important in either endangering or vitalizing indigenous language. Now, my message to all of you is those who are concerned about the preservation and vitalization of the indigenous languages is that now let's change and transform social attitudes about the value of our indigenous languages. Let's celebrate linguistic diversity and regard it as a resource, not as a problem. Let's spread this message that our indigenous languages are equally rich repositories of wisdom, culture, and knowledge as any colonial language may be. So let's preserve and help preserve linguistic diversity.